class, looking for those excluded values is what you always going to need to do first for these guys. So you have three pieces to this guy. You have the piece here where we know x is not going to be able to equal a -1 because -1 times +1 would give you a 0. We have the next piece which will tell you that x cannot equal -4 because -4 plus 4 would also give you 0. And then we have this guy. So let's factor this one and see what happens here. We know we're going to have x and x, and we have to multiply to get 4, but add up to get 5. And so 4 and 1, both positive here, will work. So 4 plus 1, 4 plus 1 gives me 5, 4 times 1 gives me 4. Please be careful of your signs. And if you look, well, look at this and this. Woo, and look at this and this. And that's, you know, what should happen. You should have some in common or both in common. That's going to be the norm, okay? Now we have to solve this. We really don't want to deal with a denominator here. That's just frustrating and annoying. So what we can do is, since these have everything in common, we can multiply each term. So we're going to multiply this term, and this term, that whole piece, by this denominator here. So I'm going to have x plus 4 and x plus 1. I'm going to have x plus 4 and x plus 1. And then over here I'm going to have the same thing. Okay, and what's going to happen is, since I'm multiplying by this and I'm dividing by this, for this guy, they're both going to cancel out. For this guy, the x plus 4 is going to cancel out. And for this guy, the x plus 1 is going to cancel out. So what that leaves me with is 3 times the x plus 4 minus 1 times the x plus 1 equals that x plus 12. Okay, so that's kind of sweet, and that is very simple to solve. We can definitely do that. We're just going to distribute. 3 times x gives me 3x, 3 times 4 gives me 12. -1 times x is -1x. -1 times 1 is -1, and we still have this x plus 12. No big deal there. And then we're going to combine some like terms to get 2x plus 11 equals x plus 12. And then we're just going to solve. So subtract x from both sides, and then subtract 11. Cancel something on this side, cancel something on this side, and I end up with x equals 1. So the most important part here is to then now compare, is this value one of these values? And since it's not, we are good to go. This is your final answer, no problem. Okay, so let's see what happens if we solve one and the answer is one of these values that x is not allowed to be. I apologize for forgetting that, but you can make that really obnoxious. It's not allowed to equal that. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Here we go. So same deal. We know that x cannot equal -2 or +2. -2 would not work here, +2 would not work here, and then this guy we need to factor, and this is one of those conjugates. And it does end up being these two values. That is definitely what you should look for. Okay. And then we're going to multiply through like we did last time. So we're going to have x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 2. Oof, that does not look, that's not pretty. Let's make it a little prettier, shall we? Let's make that actually semi-legible. Wow, my pen doesn't want to work. X plus 2, x minus 2. And then this last guy, x plus 2 and x minus 2. It's grabbing stuff from my hand. I apologize. It's not cooperating with me today. And now we're going to cancel stuff out, so kind of really nice. One of these should be a minus sign. This will knock out, this will knock out. Minus 2 and minus 2 knock out, plus 2 and plus 2 knock out. And we end up with that 6 with our x minus 2, plus our 5 with our x plus 2. And keep in mind, last time it was a subtraction sign here. Sometimes it's plus, sometimes it's minus. And this is just going to equal 20. We're going to distribute to get 6x minus 12 plus 5x plus 10, which gives us 20. And then we're going to combine those like terms to get 11x minus 2 gives us 20. Add the 2 over. 11x equals 22. And when we divide through by that 11, you're going to get that x equals 2. So over here we have x cannot equal negative 2 or 2, but we got that x equals 2. So what this means is this doesn't work, okay? So if we substitute 2 into our original equation, we're going to end up dividing by a 0 in this spot and in this spot. So it does not work. And what you're going to write for your final answer here is no solution. Or you can put a 0 with a line through it, which means empty set. Okay? So that's the empty set. So there's no solution. And if you're actually listening to this and not listening to music, can you write the name of the symbol I just put there? So you're going to write the actual words empty set next to your date. And I'll give you an extra point again. Let's see if any more people are listening this time.